So go ahead and introduce yourselves, especially people we haven't seen yet.
Joanne Howe. As an adult, whenever anybody said, you know, what do you wish, if you could wish for anything that you wanted to do, what would it be? The first thing that always came to mind was to play violin in the middle of an orchestra. It was an impossible dream because I never had any lessons of any kind that I could use in an orchestra or a band. And so I never mentioned it to anybody. And I never seriously thought about trying to learn an instrument because I was already on my career path. And then when I read in the newspaper that Diane had started the band, I thought, ooh, I wonder if there's any way, because she didn't have strings at that point. So that made it easier. I didn't really have to follow my dream exactly. I could just maybe settle for something. And I looked at about a half dozen different instruments. By looking at, I mean, I started really paying attention when I was listening to music to think about which one I liked the sound of. And it was clarinet. Unfortunately, I still haven't made that sound that I like so well. But I'm so glad that it was a band and that I ended up with the clarinet because I've enjoyed it so much. And the amazing thing to me is I enjoy playing with small groups like Elsa and Aaron or one other person more than I enjoy playing in the band. So it's, although I love playing in the band, but this has just been something that never occurred to me that it might develop in that area. So it's been interesting that it's progressed from something that seemed impossible to something that I'm enjoying. Thank you, Becky, for all your help through the years. So it's been 8 years.
Well, I started the band the same time as Joanne. 8 years ago when the band started. I never played any instrument with any group before. And when I was working, there's a guy who was retiring. He gave me advice that before you retire, the best is 3 years before you retire, you should pick up a hobby. And the band started exactly 3 years before I retired. So I decided that's a good thing to do. And my husband told me to try flute. And I tried a flute. I borrowed a flute from someone. I was blowing really hard and I was getting lightheaded and I wasn't making music. And he plays in clarinet, and so I tried his clarinet. I figured actually that's a lot easier to make any sound out of it. So, and also he has a clarinet, so I don't really have to buy one. So I started out using his clarinet, and that's how we started. And then Joanne and I was playing together for quite a long time. Yes. We played duet, so that was a lot of fun.
And then Hugh joined us, and then Aaron joined us.
Yeah. It was you that convinced me to stay after the rehearsal.
Yes.
So
Unfortunately, Hugh was not.
yeah, he was not doing well.
And what are you going to play for us?
We are playing a piece. It's called Gavotte, and it's by
Krantz.
Krantz. Oh, we have to tune it first.
Sure. Aaron, why don't you go first and play yours, see? Elsa? Good, so Elsa, maybe pull out just a little bit. Joanne, can I hear yours? With Aaron? Aaron, yours too?
Yeah.
Play yours, Aaron? very nice job. Is there any part you want to do again, or feel good, or?
Yeah,
Quit while we're
quit
ahead.
my way.
Well, I thought that was a lovely way to end it. It was